Ooh, I'm telling her.
If a friend hooks up with someone you were only talking to, is that a betrayal?
I'm that friend.
Yeah. Welcome to Beyond the Sugarcoat. Hey, Sugar fam. Hi, guys, and thanks for joining us. Today, we're talking about the topic of friendship. Joining me is Trishna. Trishna and I are 2 decades apart, but have connected on so many levels. This is our first interview together, and I'm hoping that we can have more future interviews because she is just like a lot of the things we're going to talk about, like me, free spirit and authentic, and some other episodes we're going to do. But right now, we're going to focus on friendships and our views. Trishna, thank you for coming.
You're very welcome.
I'm super happy that we got to be connected. My aunt connected us, and she said, "You know what? You guys are so much alike. You guys should meet." And it was so true. We clicked on the first meeting,
Yes.
2 strangers, and
She wasn't lying.
she wasn't, because we started talking about everything.
Mm-hmm.
Trishna has her own live show, right? Can you talk a tiny bit about it?
Sure. So kind of around the same concept as I started this Lives. It's called Lives with Purpose. And it's talking about things people typically don't talk about, right? So, it could be hot takes, things that's happening in society currently, maybe like mental health things that people really shun upon.
Mm-hmm.
So we bring that out. Things we've dealt with as like West Indian children growing up.
Yep,
kinda
or
like
just
those
Indian
stigmas.
parents in
Yeah.
general, yeah.
So really just topics people would not put out there,
Yeah.
especially females would have put out there.
Because we're gonna find out as we continue other shows about how people really are scared to show who they truly are in authenticity.
100%.
So we're gonna stick to our topic of friendship. And I wanted to ask you, what's your definition of friendship?
My definition of friendship, I just had a tongue twister there, but my definition would be just building connections with people, having those really strong interpersonal skills with, a tribe that's closest to you.
I love that word that you use, tribe, because that's how I would describe it too.
Right.
How do you keep friends?
Honestly, I could say some of my closest friendships, we're not the ones talking every single day. We're the ones that we can like reconnect on life and just speak on where we are in life right now, what's happened in the past few months, and just kind of build from there. So any friendship that we can kind of go away for a little but come back, it's like, okay, this
I get
keeps
it.
it going.
Yeah, I've got quite a few of those, which I'm really lucky. I actually I don't have brothers and sisters, but I do have quite a bit of friends, and I have good friends that have known me from the beginning of time, my parents and stuff, so I don't have to explain who I am.
Right.
They've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly, and as I developed as a person, I've seen them develop as a person. And I do have close friends that I do talk to on a daily basis too.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm fortunate I'm able to connect on
yeah.
both of them. And I feel like they're both equally as good, even though I don't talk to some of them as frequently.
That's true. Yeah. But my best friend, let's say that, for example, we've been friends for 20 years, which people say in like my age group is very rare to have. They're like, wow, you've still been friends with someone for 20 years. And I'm like, yeah, we're going on 21, and it's beautiful, but we don't talk to each other every single day. But she is that one friend I can say that's seen the good, the bad, the ugly.
So I'm going to ask you some questions, and we're not going to take long on it because I do want to go through this, and I just want to hit them all. If your friend's man hits on you, do you tell her or do you keep quiet?
Ooh, I'm telling her.
Oh, and I'm not. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm not.
You're not?
Why are you telling her?
I'm telling her because, that's just part of me. I'm pretty open. I'm like, first of all, if your man is hitting on me, then he's hitting on other females.
Oh, absolutely.
And that to me, I could not live with just having that guilt of being like, oh, she's going to get married to him, or they're getting close together and I didn't say something,
Yeah. So I get it. So when I was back in the day, a little bit younger than you, I did that twice to 2 friends. One of them, the husband was cheating, and she was calling and crying and everything, and I knew it, but I couldn't say anything to her. And I find, like, what would I do as a friend? Should I tell her or not tell her? What would I want her to do for me? And I did tell her because I felt like you did.
Right.
And that totally backfired on me. She believed her husband. Of course, he's giving the sob story. No, honey, that's not true. It's a lie, blah, blah, blah. Guess what? She still ended up back with him, and I was the bad guy. I learned. And then the second time that happened to me, someone really close to me, her fiance hit on me, and I felt really uncomfortable, and I didn't say anything because I was single at that time. And I didn't want anyone to say, oh, she's single, so she doesn't want me to be happy or want you to be happy. And I did not say anything. Turns out, years later, they ended up getting a divorce, and he was hitting on everybody, like you said. So I guess it depends on the circumstance.
I think we want a reflection of what we want in friends to us.
Yes.
And that's probably why we, did that in the first place.
But I got burnt the first time, and I learned that maybe some things people just have to go down the path that they have to go down.
Sure.
Would you forgive a friend who hooked up with your ex?
Oh. Okay. So he's an ex, and then, she's my friend at the same time. So is it in secret? Like, did they, they hooked up, so never mind.
Yeah,
Probably
so it was in secret. Okay.
So it's in secret. This is a scandal, guys. This is a scandal. So if it was in secret, I would be upset because, okay, he's an ex, but if you're genuine and you're like, you know what, we built a relationship or whatever, by all means, because for me, if he's an ex, it's an ex. I leave it in the past. So, yeah.
For me, no thank you. Because especially if it was done in secret. But even if you do it in front of my face and I know about it, there's literally millions of people to pick.
That is true.
Why can't you pick your own man or your own person to make your ex?
So then I wonder if they had an attraction prior, you know?
Oh, definitely. I think there had to be something.
So yeah, I would be upset. Yeah.
If a friend hooks up with someone you were only talking to, is that a betrayal?
If a friend hooks up with someone I'm only talking to, is that a betrayal? It kind of goes back to that, yeah, because you know that I like this person and we're building a connection. So if you're hooking up with this person and you're listening to me talk about this person that I'm talking about, thinking I'm going to pursue something with him, then you're not really being a true friend.
Yeah, so we definitely feel the same way. How would you handle a friend who never supports your wins?
Oh, I've had a friend like that. Is the key word. So, I feel like, honestly, I felt it, but you kind of ignore it because you cared about that person so much. So you kind of just ignore, okay, maybe you're not there all the time or whatever. Maybe you were busy, but you were still there. And I appreciated our friendship and your being of who you are. But eventually it comes to the point where it's like you really need that friend to be there as a friend. Not to be your cheerleader or anything like that, but just be there for you. And when that's not reflected and it happens multiple times and you grow as a person, then it just naturally kind of released for me.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't have any hostility towards her. I just feel like, okay, it could have been prevented.
So for me now, 2 decades more, as soon as I start seeing that behavior, gone. Yeah. Again, I don't need that. And there's another person in line waiting to be my friend.
And that's me now. But this is me, let's say, 10 years ago.
Okay.
Right?
So the you now would pick on it quickly and be done with it?
100%. I can pick up on genuine friendships and ones that I'm like, I don't know if I want to like.
If your best friends and your boyfriend hated each other, who goes?
Ooh.
That's a good one.
Now, which best friend?
That's true. It does. Well, let's say it's your best friend.
Okay, so if it's my best friend, then she definitely knows like my in and outs. I mean, we don't think the same. Actually, we think quite opposite, which is a good thing.
Right.
For our friendship, I think that's why it lasted so long, is because we don't have.
You complimented each other.
Yeah, we really do. And I feel like, weirdly enough, I don't know if this sounds weird, I kind of look or seek a guy that has those qualities of my best friend.
Oh, that's interesting.
So it's funny. If they don't get along, I mean, that would really like have my mind wandering, like, why don't they get along? Or like, what's triggering that, right. So either I would try to fix them as two individuals and say, hey, whatever.
But if one of them had to go.
If one of them had to go, I'm sorry, it's going to have to be, I don't know. It depends on how long I was with that boyfriend. But yeah.
Okay, so that's it depends question.
It's a depends, yeah.
Hey, Sugar Fam, discover 𝐁𝐞𝐲𝐨𝐧, where timeless cotton craftsmanship struts hands in hand with bold, modern design. Jackets and shorts that don't just hang in your closet, they turn heads. My personal picks? The Serendipity, the Entertainer, and oh yes, the Influencer jacket. Darling, these aren't just clothes, they're entrances waiting to happen. Make yours unforgettable. Explore the vibe at 𝐁𝐞𝐲𝐨𝐧.com. We're grateful to collaborate with a circle of amazing partners who make this journey even sweeter. Discover them at www.beyondthesugarcoat.com. Okay, but if your friend ghosted you for a man, she's out.
She's out. She's out.
Okay, so that one's a pretty easy one. Is it okay to keep your friend's secret even if it hurts somebody else?
It's my friend. Yeah, I mean, because I feel like if a friend is telling me or confiding in me, then I'm like, they're safe. So I'm like, so I'm not going to go. And I think it's part of my career too. Like, just being a counselor,
Yes.
It's like you're always held in confidentiality, no matter how much you're like, oh.
So that's almost like a natural for you.
Yeah,
then.
it is.
Okay.
It is.
So are friendships meant to expire after a certain time in life?
Ask me this question 10 years ago, I'd be like, no, like that person
My friend forever.
Forever, right? We're best friends, we're going to stay there forever. Ask me that question now, and definitely. I think friendships, there are things such as temporary friendships, and then there's people that will ride along with you for the rest of your life. So I think it all depends on the stage of your life, what you're doing. If you're growing, your mindset's growing. If your friends are on the same thing, maybe you guys are not working on the same thing, but you're still working on growth mindset, growth everything, right? You'll grow. But the ones that are kind of like still stuck in their and in their box, it's not going to work out. Yeah. Same thing in relationships. So
I agree too. Yeah. And that's why there's that saying, every season and a reason for a friend, right? I don't know if I said it right, but it's something along those lines.
Exactly.
Would you confront a friend on bad behavior?
Oh yeah. Okay. I'm that friend.
Yeah, I am. I would definitely confront someone on bad behavior, and I've had friends, fortunately, feel comfortable enough to start questioning me on certain things too. Yeah. Or actually, I got called out not too long ago at a restaurant with my friends, and I was talking to the manager. It was terrible service, first of all, but when I said something to the manager, I didn't mean it in a mean way, but it came out mean.
Right.
And there were 3 girlfriends, and they all called me. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe you did that. I'm like, what do you mean? I was just kidding. They're like, it didn't come across that way. I waited for that person to come back, and I did apologize. I said, I hope I didn't come across that way. I was trying to be funny. And she was super nice. It turned out weird. But my friends did call me out. Yeah. And I appreciate
friends like that too. Like, call me out on my bad behavior.
Do you believe all your friends would protect you if someone bad-mouthed you in public?
The friends I have now, yeah. Definitely. I think so. Like, I feel like I would be that person. But I feel like the friendships I've built right now, yes, I feel like they would defend my character, vice versa. Like, that's a type of
That's interesting because I don't feel that way. And again, it could be an age thing too, and a lot of different experiences, but I don't feel that way. I feel, and it would be the friends that are outside of that ring. Remember I was saying about I have friends that are, the close ones are in a ring, the ones that are out there. Of course, I'm sure they would let someone bad talk me because they're not close to me enough to want to defend me. Right. But I would still keep them as an acquaintance or something. And maybe it will develop linear, like, they come a little bit closer to the line.
I also feel like those things come out eventually. Like, be like, oh, this person heard this or whatever. And
it does come out.
It just ends up
and then you're like, why didn't you say something to me if someone said that about me? Then I have had, you do question that. Right. This one's a really good one. Have any friends had a totally different reaction to you than you expected of them?
Yeah. I mean, I guess when people are getting to know you, then it's like, I mean, I feel like I'm pretty genuine or pretty much the same person from the beginning of my friendships to the end of, like, well, I don't want to say all my friendships end, but
so we have an ending date here.
To the expiry date now. I feel like I'm pretty much the same person from beginning throughout my friendships, right? So maybe it's something that they are picking up because they're genuinely trying to build that relationship now. Maybe some people in the beginning, they're guarded. I'm an open book. Like, I know that I would be open to having any friendships until you prove me wrong. So the moment you do something like that kind of sets me off, I am very cautious about that. On the other side of it, some people wait out to see someone's personality and then they put in that genuine effort to be like, oh, wow.
Yeah. So I'm going to tell you something that happened to me. As you know, I left my husband about a year ago. We started our divorce proceedings. And I had a friend that literally most of our friends became friends because I was friends first with the wives or the girlfriends. And then the husbands would eventually start to build a relationship. And this happened. She called me about a few weeks later after my daughter's wedding to say, how are you doing? How are things? So I think mostly to hear my side of the story, but I never heard from her again. Oh. And it just heard from her maybe a few weeks ago. Now, mind you, it is a year later. And she texts me, hey, Di, I've been thinking about you so much. You feel like you want to chat? You want to get together? And then like a kissy emoji. I'd be like, you have to be out of your mind. So it took me a day to think about this, and I talked to one of my close friends, and she wanted me to chat GPT the heck out of it and give her this long response. And at that moment, I did feel like that, but then I didn't. I'm glad I took time to rethink it, because the next day I wrote, you're a year too late, but thanks so much for thinking about me, friends. And I put a smiley emoji.
I love that. That's my type of.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm not even going to entertain that. You weren't there for me for a whole year of one of the worst times of my life. Don't need it. No. So I'm enjoying this. I hope you're enjoying this conversation. I hope you guys are enjoying this conversation. So we're going to continue part 2 on friendships. So stay tuned. We talk da-da-da-da-do, la-da-da, get something shining on the hair.
How dare that shine?
Is it truly? No, that's a dumb question.